Why, hello to you all. It's Lick Friday once again, and this one is a Billy Gibbons Lick Friday with licks taken from the solo to Grange, or Grange, whichever way you want to say it. Anyway, they are awesome licks, very bluesy, very straight to the point. If you want to get the Billy Gibbons sound, try and get some pinch harmonics in there, only kind of a slight pinch on them, and obviously crank the amp so you're pushing it as well. If you've got a valve amp, push it, attenuator on there, push it so it sounds good. If you're using Tonex like I am, I'm using a JCM 800 which has been pushed, and also with a Wampler Plexi drive in front of that as well, just to give it a little bit more. I think it needs to be a bit brighter, but you know, we'll go through it as we go. But that's it. If you want a tab, and please do download a tab, even though it's on above the screen there, it will be. Is on dansguitar.com/Dan's page. Follow the links to Lick Friday, and you'll see all that. It's all linked below anyway. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Visit the Charlie and John strings, and you'll see that symbol pop up there. So they provide me with all my strings, so that is absolutely fantastic. And also you can visit me on Patreon, where you'll find the jamming track for this lesson, where I've done my own little sneaky version of Grange, which you can download for free if you become a member on patreon.com/Dan's page. That is about it. So shall we get on with the licks? I think we should. There's 5 of them. Enjoy them. You will enjoy them if you like Billy Gibbons style, so just dive in and see how you get on. Right, nice one. See you in a bit. Okay, so your first lick basically starts with the nice quick attack on that 11th fret of the 2nd string. So these are all at the moment in the key of C, so C minor. So you start in your 11th fret, full tone bend. If you want to add vibrato on it, great, you'll get some nice flavours if you can do that. If you can't add vibrato on, or you're not practiced at adding vibrato onto a bend, then that's something very, very worthwhile putting into your playing and on your practice regime. But then we've got a nice run of notes coming down the pentatonic in the triplet pattern, where you have okay, so that little run starts on the 8th fret of the 1st string, going to 11, 8. You can pick these or pull them off. It's entirely up to you. You can look at the tab and see how it was written out, but your call on this one. So 11, 8 on the 2nd string. Then it's 11, 8 indicated with a pull off on the 2nd string. Again, so going to the 10 on the 3rd, and then 1st finger rolls from the 8 2nd to 8 3rd, and then 3rd finger 10 on the 4th, using your 3rd finger again for the 10 on the 3rd, 8th fret on the 3rd, 10, 10, 10 on the 4th string, with vibrato on that 3rd one. Now this is very signature of Billy Gibbons, is this that type of lick, which is coming up just now. So we've got 8 slide into 10 on the A string, and then the 8 on, so that's with your 3rd finger, by the way, that leads you into 8 on the 4th string, and then a very quick so very quick, sorry, I thought I got that wrong then, 10 slide down to the 8, so it's an on the beat slide, going to the 6 on the same string, and then sliding up to the 10, another quick slide into the 10 itself, adding vibrato on the end. So the key points of that is the slide down and then the slide up, all on the beat. There we are. Play it slowly for you. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. you go. So lead on to lick number 2. Lick 2, this one, great one, love it. So you have the nice double stop kind of alternate picking thing. So for this one, I pick outside the 2 notes. So you've got 11 on the 2nd string, 12 on your 3rd string, and I use the plectrum to pick outside of those 2 notes. So I'm going up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so like that, slowly again. Now to get that Gibbons sound, I slightly mute the thicker of the 2 strings, so the G string. Only ever so slightly, not too much, not so much that it sounds like a mute, but just to take some of the edge off of the ring, basically. And then on the last half of that bar, last part of that bar, you've got a slide into the 10th fret and a blues curl on the 8th fret, all on the 3rd string. So lovely little piece to play. Love those licks. So you got, I'll start that. And then that brings you into the 10th fret on your 4th string, so that's with vibrato as well. And then the last half of the lick, just on the 3rd triplet of the 1st beat, you've got, which leads you into the last bar. So that is a slide up from the 8th fret to the 10th on the A string, 8 on the D string, and then you're sliding into the 8th fret without accentuating, that's the word I was looking for, the 10th fret on the A string, but you get that swoop down. So and then you go 6, 8, 6 on the A string, and then finishing with the 8th fret with a bit of vibrato if you want to on the E string. So I'll play that slower for you now. So it goes something like this: 3, 4. Lick number 3 coming up. You start this lick with the 11 on the 2nd string, 3rd finger. Using your 2nd finger, slide into the 12 on the 3rd string, back to the 11 with your 1st finger on this, in this case, on that 2nd string, and then you slide into the 10 with your 2nd finger. So you get, and then that goes to the 8 on the same string. Try and put a bit of a blues curl in there. And then 2 strikes of the 10 on the D string. So with vibrato on the 2nd strike of that 10th fret, so the C note. And then it finishes with bringing in the major flavour. So that is going from the 8th fret, on the 3rd string, hammer on to 9, and then you've got your 8th fret on the 2nd string, and then 10th fret on the 2nd string as well. So I'll play that one slow if you need it. It goes like this: 2, 3, 4. There you go, I'll leave you with that one. number 4. So this one is, again, very similar in a sense to licks 3 and 2, where we're using this kind of 12 and 11 double stop thing. But on this one, we're kind of coming back into ourselves with a slightly different rhythm, and then it's a different ending. So it still obviously gives you that Billy Gibbons flavour, and you'll find that he uses these licks a lot, hence why we're sort of covering that style of lick almost 3 times, but just with different outcomes towards the end. So anyway, we're sliding into the 12th fret on that 3rd string. Then you've got 11th fret on your 2nd string, and now you're going to repeat. That's the first bar. Okay, so you're basically alternating between the 11, 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 11 on that first bar, and that is where you're picking outside of the box or using hybrid picking. It's actually up to you to do that. Make of it what you will. Then you come back on yourself for a very quick slide back in. So for the first 2 beats of that bar, sliding into the 10 to that 8th fret. This is all on the 3rd string, and then 10th fret, 8th fret on your 4th string. So you have on the last bar. Now I would always suggest putting a blues curl on that 8th fret before you finish the lick, just on the 3rd from last lick note. It just flavours it up massively. Anyway, let's play it slow. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Really important to get the attack on the strings as well, to give you that Billy Gibbons sound. The next lick is actually in a slightly different key, but that'll all be on the backing track for you as well. So here it comes. So this lick, fairly straightforward as far as the notes are concerned. So not much more to it than that, but you're adding in the signature sort of pinched harmonic or a semi-pinched harmonic into the equation which Billy would normally use. So if you can't do pinched harmonics, just take note of what I'm going to tell you, because it will help you out. Now on the strings you have harmonic points which you can generate, if you don't know this, by picking the string with your plectrum and then sort of twisting your thumb, pinching your thumb as well. I don't know if that's going to focus in on that. Will it? It might do. But basically your thumb pushes over the edge of the plectrum as you strike the string. So you're pinching hard down on that plectrum as you strike the string, and then that thumb hits one of those harmonic points on the string, and that generates that sort of pinched harmonic. So practice that until you can get it right every time, and it will be one of those things where it's quite amusing, this one, to practice. But you'll keep going, you'll play it, and all of a sudden you'll get a nice pinched harmonic, and then you'll try and do it again, and you'll be searching for it. But generally the good place to aim is sort of central between your 2 pickups, or if you've got a strat, sort of just towards the neck over the middle pickup will be a good place to try it. But just play about, you'll find the harmonic points that work, and each one gives you a slightly different pitch as well. So there you go. Let's go through this one and break it down. So you have the 5, 7 on your 2nd string, going to the 5 on the 1st string, back through the 7 to the 5 on that 2nd string. Okay. Then you have a bend on the full tone bend on the 7th fret 3rd string, pinched harmonic on that. Then it's the 5th fret, with a blues curl pinched harmonic, so that's the 3rd string, going to the 4th string, 7. Now you can do this with a pinch if you want, or you can just keep it as it is, and then you pinch on the 5th fret pinched harmonic D string. Now I'm getting the sound of this one just over, if you like, or just in front of the neck pickup. And then you've got a slide into the 5th fret with a harmonic, so it gives you a quite throaty sound, and then 3rd fret, and then finishing the lick with the root note on that thick string, which isn't indicated on the tab, but you can finish with that A note on the thick string. Now, to practice these, there is the sort of backing track, which is on my Patreon page. You can find that on there, and it's got both the C for the C licks, and then when it goes to the A lick, so you can practice stuff over that A lick as well, and I'll alternate between the two on the backing track just to give you a good generalised backing track to play along to. There you go, hand you back to me. Excellent, we've made it to the end once again. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks to all my Patreons that follow me on there, and obviously subscribe to the tier systems. If you don't want to subscribe, you can find the backing track for this lesson on the free members area, where you just get free stuff every now and then. Yeah, not much more to say. Subscribe, like, share, fill your boots and all that sort of stuff with all the free bits and bobs, and visit my website for the tab, Patreon, as I already said, for the backing track. And that is probably it, isn't it? I'm going to waffle too much otherwise. So I'll bid you all farewell. Have a wonderful weekend, and I shall see you all next week.